Hey kids, I'm getting ready to do Two Shorts podcast in a minute, but I'm just sitting here vibing out and want to Facebook Live, yeah. Pressure's behind the scenes footage comes out today, so check that out on KekePalmer.com and YouTube, and you can check out all the other videos, behind the scenes and everything like that. Hold on 2 seconds. I'm back, but yeah. So my contacts aren't messing up my eye. Hit me up, give me questions, whatever y'all want to talk about. Again, I know I said this the last time and I really meant it. We do not have to just talk about all my business type stuff, entertainment type stuff. We could talk about actual, real life stuff that's happening. I know a lot of people had stuff to say about my post earlier. So we could talk about that. We could talk about something else. We can talk about relationships again. Y'all know I love talking about relationship stuff. That's always a gag. Or we could talk about more music, what I have coming up. I'm getting ready to go on tour for both my book and my EP. Radio tour first for the EP, and then just a book tour where I'll be going around reading excerpts from the book, autographs, copies and stuff like that, it sounds so weird because I never imagined I would be doing something like that. But I'm very excited. So please bring in the questions. Let's talk. It doesn't have to be just business stuff or just shout outs and just on that celebrity tip. So feel free, let's just talk about stuff. I see a couple people that's just joining. Well, I could definitely say, trying to figure out what I want to talk about. I know my song Pressure, it was about how, guys can, or not even guys, but people I should say, guess specifically in my situation, the specific song, it was definitely about guys and how guys can often, even though they're not ready for a relationship, because they want you to be their girl, they will pressure you or make you feel like, they're the guy, they sweep you off your feet, and they can say this dream, all because they want you to be theirs, because they want you, even though they can't handle the responsibility of giving that in return. So that's what my song Pressure is about me, a situation I had with somebody and feeling like, I'm not that ready, but they feel like they're ready and they're putting the pressure on me, and it's actually bringing me to a point of where I have to either, do I even know what I want enough to know if this person's it or not? And, ultimately figured out that I didn't, because I think that I didn't from the beginning. From the beginning, I knew I wasn't ready for anything serious. But sometimes we feel that pressure, and that guy sells us that society's dream of what love will be like, and how they can sweep us off our feet. And even if everybody's idea of what that a love American dream life is, even though everybody shouldn't be the same because everybody is different, society has done such a good job, I feel, as beating that over our heads to the point where even if you are a young woman that's independent, that doesn't want anybody, if a guy does come into your life and he's telling you those things and he wants those things, you might find yourself saying, all right, why not I try it? Because you feel like that's what it's supposed to be anyway, because that's what society has told you it should be. Let me catch up on what you guys are saying. Trudy Ann says, when I think I'm going to be ready for a serious relationship. And then somebody just asked where I'm from. I'm from Chicago. I don't know when I'll be ready for a serious relationship. I think it'll just probably come to me. I'm one of those people that try to just live in the moment, because I also have such a problem of not living in the moment. So I've just made a big effort to, push myself to do that, even when it gets difficult. So I think I'll know when I know. It's the best way I guess I could say it. Demetrius said, men should spend time to get to know the woman and be a man of his word. Totally think it's true. Totally think that's true. Agree with that completely. See what else is there. Do you think confidence can be learned or it's inborn? I think it can be definitely something that is in somebody's household that they see and they just copy, because we ultimately just kind of adapt our personalities to different things we see, or of course things that inspire us to create our own attitudes and views on things. But in terms of confidence, I think it's both. It can be something that you grow with having, and that's just in you. But it also is something that can be learned, and even if it's something that grows inside you, you can always build it to be more than that. Because confidence is ultimately you doing for you. So if you got it from your family, it's probably because you've seen your mama always have her own back. You've seen your daddy always have his own back. You've seen your parents or your cousins and uncles and relatives or whoever, you've seen them carry out actions that they wanted to do, that they completed for themselves, that in turn built them confidence. Uh, Somebody said, I'm in love with this girl, just messaged her, asked, she hasn't responded yet. I let her alone for 20 years, and now I'm just talking. What should I do? I mean, you should just wait it out. You waited 20 years to say what you had to say. Give her a second to really look at it and hear what it is you have to say. And then from that point on, you can only, see how she takes it from there. You just have to be patient. Sorry, just reading. Seeing any questions that you guys have? I think it did. I texted Lawrence. He said it's uploading.
Oh, gotcha.
Jayla says, advice about relationships. Let's talk. Ask me whatever. Sharita says, how do you feel about the growth of your music? I feel really happy. I feel so grateful and thankful, because for so long I've been so afraid and looking for reasons as to why. And I think I also felt entitled because it was just like, well, I grew up in a church and I could sing, so it should be easy for me. And I think that's kind of how I thought in my immature mindset. And I think a lot of people that are talented can feel that way and expect for things to go easy for them or quick for them just because they are talented, when the reality is a lot of people are talented. So why do people care about what you have to say? Just because I'm talented don't mean that people care about my story. And that's what being an artist is about. And so I'm very grateful to be out of that kind of egotistical mind frame of thinking just because, I have had mainstream success in one thing, and because I am talented, that people should give a fuck. Because they shouldn't. They don't have to. And it's not about people knowing I'm talented. It's about what you're trying to say. And it took me a full circle to get back to the reasons as to why I do what I do. And it's for the kids. It's for the people. It's to let them know that it can be done. That I can be a South Side suburban girl from Robbins, growing up in a country-ass town with barely anything to eat other than, the scraps my daddy turned into a feast. I want them to know that they can do it too. And once you realize that, your creative process becomes much easier, because it's not about you proving anything. It's not about you looking for validation. It's about you living the truth of your reality. And my truth is that I made it out. I made it out of the hood. And I'm going to tell everybody else how. Scrolling down, I have to get back to see what you guys are saying. Walisha says, when are you going to act again? I'm going on an audition tomorrow, actually. So always acting, always going to be doing all the things I love to do. King Tony says, where do you see yourself 5 years from now? Being in a position, hopefully, where I am able to help others, such as myself, to get to where they're going. Being an L.A. Reid, Berry Gordy type. Being able to have my own production company like a Will Smith and Queen Latifah. Queen Latifah has given me so much work throughout my career because she had her own infrastructure. And so watching people like that, it's taught me, that's what it's about. It's about giving back what's done. It's about giving back tenfold,
Like about 5 minutes
Trudy says, do I prefer guys that's in fame or regular guys, or does it matter? And how hard is it to get to know who's real or not? Finding out who's real or not is so hard for me. Not even just for guys, but for friends too. And the reason why is because I always want to give people a chance. I'm one of those people that's like, if you gonna die, I'm gonna let you hang yourself. And so, you know, that I've just learned that at the end of the day, it's about what I like. If I like this person, if I want to vibe with this person, if this guy, if I want to be cool with this person, then go ahead and do it. But if something bad happens, I can't be like, they the worst person in the world. I just have to be like, damn, that's where they was at. You know, and stop taking the things that people have done to me so and personally. Because look, at the end of the day, I get it. My lifestyle is attractive. And a lot of times people have never been involved in something like that. And when they become a friend of mine or they become a boyfriend of mine, they kind of get wrapped up in all that. And I used to take it so personally, like, why don't they truly care about me? And, you know, all this and the third. But I had to realize the reality that, you know, they maybe are just overtaken by it. And, you know, it's like, forgive them. They not know what they do. Will Prince says, how do you deal with the times when you feel down? It's hard to constantly be positive. And what advice would you give to someone who feels like they have been fighting for their dream and it hasn't happened yet? Everything happens at its own time. And you can't stay specific on one idea. You know, it's like somebody saying it's my dream to win a Grammy. But, you know, what if ultimately you're not meant to win a Grammy, but you are meant to be on the Billboard Hot 100 charts for 12 weeks straight? You get what I'm saying? So a lot of times we make ourselves believe something is our dream based off of the success that other people say we should have. So you have to just double check yourself and make sure that your dream is not of material success or gain, but really just of the heart. And then how do I stay positive? Well, sometimes I'm down and I'm sad. And I think what I've learned to do is accept that as a part of the process. Being a human being isn't about just living in one emotion and living in one space. I do think that it is a practice for us to learn how to become detached just as much as we enjoy attachment. I think attachment can be a fun thing to enjoy here as a human being because we have that's the reality of being a material being. Having said that, I think we should learn to practice on the other side of that, how to remove ourselves from our emotions, because sometimes they aren't worth playing with.
They calling you now.
They call me now. Okay, I'm gonna walk over here. I'm gonna walk over here and hopefully maybe I'll try to stay on still while I'm doing the interview.
All right. I think we're going through here. I'm not sure.
I don't know where it's at either.
Straight this way to make it right.
You guys are all set? Let me go grab them.
Is it right here?
Yeah, that's where we're.
It's cold as hell in here, y'all.
Cold?
No, y'all ain't gotta change it. I'm just talking shit. Yeah, no. So are they gonna see my feet? Good. I ain't wearing
They're
these.
cute though.
Girl, I'm gonna post these pictures to the gram for the kids and leave it at that. Say hey, I'm Facebook Live.
Hello. We're out here at Two Shorts Boombox. We got Keke in the house.
Yes.
Popping. We lit.
First of all, bomb. You look bomb.
Oh, thanks.
Faces
Girl, you
big.
too. Hey.
Look at this dope room.
What's the gag today?
The gag is we're on Two Shorts podcast. That's definitely the gag of the day. And I don't have to wear heels because ain't nobody about to see my feet in the she actually got the gag, you know what I mean? I got these heels on and they hurting my feet, but the gag is the camera ain't gonna see them so I can take them off.
That's perfect.
Look at this room spot, y'all. They really got it popping with the colors. Yes, my man in the corner right here with the Fritos. Say what's up. Yes. But
Baby little Bobby.
stay tuned, kids, because I'm gonna try to Facebook Live afterwards. I think I have to go to a meeting after this, but if not, y'all catch me on Snapchat. I love you guys. Or you can tweet me, like, send these bomb questions to my Twitter. We be talking about so much good stuff. All right, bye. Talk about all that.